Yeah, scary. Kind of, hit me. Felt kind of. I'll be honest, it didn't hurt as bad as other injuries I've had, but it just felt weird. I pulled my glove out, looked at my finger, and that's the last time I've seen it. So I haven't looked at it since, but lost the tip of it. I thought it was reattached till recently. I found out they didn't reattach it. They basically reformed it with 2 different surgeries, one that night in the back there, and then I had surgery 3 days later. Lost part of the bone. We put a pin in what was there. There's a few fractures. I'm lucky it didn't crush it and crush any tendons or anything, so I'm supposed to be fine. There's certain moments you won't forget. I'm sitting there and the doctor asked where my glove was, and I kind of looked over and I said, why do you think there's a piece of my finger in there? Because I didn't know I lost the part of the finger. I thought it just crushed it. I couldn't tell, and then I was slowly putting 2 and 2 together. They were hiding it from me, but yeah, so they went and grabbed the tip out, and they couldn't reattach it because it was everything was too mangled, but they reattached the nail, part of the nail, which I guess kind of regrow or helps it regrow. So nasty stuff. I've had a lot of injuries in my career, and a lot of them are kind of, I broke my leg pretty bad. Over probably 100 stitches in my face, all that kind of stuff. That's kind of what you sign up for when you play this game, but losing part of your body isn't one of them. So it's been mentally, it's been a little bit tough, but I'll be fine and starting to feel a bit better now. So I might have some of the feeling might take a little bit to come back. We're going to wait and see, but hopefully no more procedures other than pulling the pin out in a few weeks, probably in about a month. So I guess the blessing in disguise, I always try and look at the bright side of things, is I get to do some stuff right now in terms of different types of training and things I can I have a lot of time to, and I already started right pretty much as soon as I could after surgery, and try to build for next year and try and keep myself looking towards that training camp next year, which I'm really excited for, and also taking some time off with friends and family, getting some time away, which is great too. Yeah, they said my grip strength will be the same because it didn't hit any tendons, so we missed all the important stuff. So it's mostly aesthetic. I think that will be the biggest thing, and then obviously probably a little bit of sensation at the tip for a little while, and hopefully I get that back eventually.
No update really. It's just been coming along in a slow process, but it's getting better and better each day, and just kind of got to take it easy, and so I've just been doing tons of rehab with our guys here and getting it back up to where I can start doing normal stuff again. I should be out of this boot in a couple of weeks, and then I might have to wear like a little ankle brace for a little bit, but I think I'll be fully good to go by mid-May, kind of, and start skating and all that stuff again. Yeah, because he fell and his leg shot out and just clipped me, and I was like, I think that got me, and I felt blood start going down my skate, and I'm like, okay, I need to get to the bench. So, yeah, it was kind of just a creepy injury. Even when you see guys around the league that get cut by skates, we know from our whole lives how sharp they are, and you hate seeing it happen. When it happens to you, it's just kind of roll your eyes, but I was just happy it wasn't too serious. Didn't hit my Achilles or anything, so it's pretty positive in that sense. I think Tommy's one of those guys that if we all look at him, he doesn't look like a specimen by any means or a crazy freak athlete. He's had probably only a few people in his career, and when he's younger, believing in him and that saw something in him, and when he's gotten his opportunities his whole career, and now in the NHL, he's found a way to be successful, and that self-belief was a lot of fun to watch within him, and just being thrown in the fire and the opportunities to impact games, to win games for this club. And he went out there and did it, and he really surprised me, probably surprised a lot of you guys and a lot of fans. And it's like, who's Tom? That's Tommy Novak. Who's this guy? And couldn't be more proud of him. Back to inspiring watching him, and just proud of him.
I feel better, and obviously it's frustrating, just the timing of it, and obviously played some really important games, and it's always frustrating when you can't be out there, and just kind of ran out of time there at the end.
there times, Roman, when you thought you were about to check all the boxes to get back out there and then you had a setback, or it just didn't quite?
It's hard to say. I mean, I skated a couple times, and it's always with the injury I had. It's kind of a little bit day to day, I guess, and you just kind of have to be patient. And I tried to obviously push a little bit to get back because we just didn't have many games left. But it just, like I said, I just ran out of time, and it was obviously frustrating. I think you definitely. I mean, you never want to get a concussion, right? That's like the one injury that you don't want, probably. But I've had a couple, so I think you just gotta make sure you just heal and you get fully healthy. And that's what I tried to do in the past too. Obviously, there's a lot more info out there now. Still, probably not enough. I know everybody wishes we knew more about it, but I think you just gotta make sure you get fully healthy. And I got a lot of years of hockey left and a lot of life after that. So it's important just to make sure you listen to your body and get healthy.
A little bit. I mean, it's always in the back of your mind. I want to be here. I want to play for the Nashville Predators as long as I can. And I was just trying to have fun and kind of just enjoy the year and take it one day at a time. And I was having a lot of fun this last stretch that we went through, playing meaningful hockey games and just being a part of this young group. It was just a lot of fun. I really just enjoyed the game.
So we've talked before about how this past summer, this past off season was the hardest you've worked. You said it, your dad said it. How, is there a level above that? Because you've said it yourself that one summer isn't going to do it. So how do you kind of increase that into the next level?
Yeah, I think I'll try and find more. That's for sure. It doesn't stop now. Just because I have a taste of just a little bit of success doesn't mean it stops there. So I'm going to keep grinding and do everything I can again. And I feel like if we all just do the right things this summer, good things can happen. We're a young team, and whatever happens during the off season, it's out of our control. But we can control what we do going into the start of the season. I'm really looking forward to it and really want to work on my game stuff. But I think a big thing for me is just working on my finishing. I left a lot of goals on the table this year, which is a little bit frustrating. But when you play with guys like Duchene and Forsberg, they're going to find you in those right areas, and it's going to leave you one-on-one with a goalie. So there's a lot of goals or goals I didn't score that I can look back on and really wish I would have. But I think just working on my scoring ability and working on different areas of scoring, if that's tipping, shooting, being around the net, just find different ways to score in this league.
Yeah, it was probably even worse than it looked. No, but it was definitely up and down for sure. It's one of those things that it's hard to know how it's going to go. You feel better, you have setbacks, like back and forth like that. But it's just one of those things. You kind of have to take it day by day and see how it goes. And the trainer's been awesome helping me getting back. And unfortunately, time ran out. Season kind of ran out, and didn't really get a chance to come back. But yeah.
How are you feeling now?
Pretty good. I'd say that. It's hard to speculate with games and things like that. Obviously, was a couple steps more that we needed to get to before playing. Once the season kind of, like I said, ran out of time, it was hard to say. But I do feel good now, and obviously we do have a lot of time. So I guess that's the only positive, I guess. Yeah, I think it's been like the first little bit was obviously a little tougher, but then it kind of cleared out fairly quick. But then it's just like, I don't know, it's hard to really explain unless you ever had one, but it's just kind of like you just do not feel right, which is probably the best way to describe it. And once, like I said, it kind of was lingering a little bit longer. I didn't really, thankfully, have any issues like here, talking to people, doing things like that off the ice, which obviously is a blessing in disguise. But at the same time, it almost frustrates you more because you feel pretty much normal, that you're missing that last little bit that it takes to play in the NHL. Obviously, it's a lot harder to do that than just work out, whatever it could be. So I think that was kind of the part of it that was lingering a little bit, I guess.
How to pull that move off?
We've been injured for a while together, so we have our new skills coach in Mark Borovecki that's teaching us a lot of things. So he's been we've been skating with him, and So I mean, I can't take too much credit, but Boro can take a lot. So
What do you think about him, moving forward for this team?
I'm very excited about Parsi. I mean, if that's what you're talking about, or if you're talking
Yeah.
about Boro, I'm excited about him too. But no, I mean Parsi. We played together for probably 10 games there, kind of around the time when I thought I was playing one of my better hockeys of the season, and I was really excited playing with him. He's just such a smart, unfortunately typical Finnish great two-way center that they just keep pushing out and making it hard for us in the national team. But he's really exciting to watch. He's just playing with that drive and that size, and he's a great skater, and clearly he's got really good hands too. So I'm excited to see his development. It'll be a big summer for him as well.